Patient coughs, you're going to get that alarm. Patient builds up secretions, you're going to get that alarm. Patient starts to have bronchospasm, you could get that alarm. It's the one that we set 10 centimeters of water pressure above the peak. Below that is your oxygen concentration alarm. Now the oxygen concentration alarms are preset. 5% above and 5% below whatever your set oxygen desired delivery is. So if I set it at 40%, I'd get an alarm at 35 or an alarm at 45. Okay. The next one is blank, in case they came up with another alarm. Now this one only has 3. You'll find other ventilators have many more alarms. Alarms that are redundant. Okay. Below that you have your minute volume alarm. If either the upper or lower minute volume alarm is violated, this alarm goes off and this one would be flashing. You have your gas supply. If something happens that you lose your 50 psi source, it'll give you an alarm to tell you you're losing your 50 psi source. Typically you'll get that alarm if the pressure drops down to about 45 or 40 psi, something in that range. Below the gas supply is your battery, and it's telling you if your battery, the internal battery, which can operate for about 2 hours without power. So if you lost wall power, you'd have about 2 hours of battery power, depending on your vent settings. And then below that is an alarm that I tell everybody if it goes off, the first thing you do is disconnect the patient and begin to bag them. It's a technical, they call it technical. It means there's some sort of problem with a circuit board or a valve, something like that, something that we can't fix. So if you get that technical alarm, boom, patient comes off, somebody bags, and somebody goes for another vent. Okay. Then below that is probably the second most important control on the ventilator. First most important is how do you turn it on. Second most important is how do you silence it? How do you silence an alarm? There's a knob down here that has 2 positions, an upper and a lower position. The upper position, if you turn it in the upper position, you don't have to hold it, just turn it up and let it go, will reset any alarm that has been tripped. Below, if you turn it down, it gives you a 2-minute silence. 2-minute silence. Okay? Now, one other thing about the alarms. Let's suppose that you have your peak inspiratory or your upper pressure limit set at 40 centimeters of water. Your patient coughs. What's probably going to happen? You're going to get that high pressure alarm. But the next breath is delivered before you get to the room, and the patient's not coughing, and there's no high pressure. What's going to happen is this alarm that was flashing during when the alarm was tripped, when the alarm quote-unquote self-corrects, i.e. a breath is delivered and the pressure alarm high pressure alarm isn't tripped, this will go to a solid light. It will stay on constantly. All that is to tell you that while you were out of the room, we had a high pressure alarm situation. That's when